Welcome to Rimshot Rambling, your latest podcast at Rubix Drums. This podcast has got spice, and if you want to get involved, why don't you consult your doctor and then apply on the email of info@rubixdrums.com, because we want you on this show, and we look forward to seeing you. Get in touch. Rimshot Ramblings. Peace.
Love.
Welcome to Rimshot Rambling, and I don't know which episode this is, but it's definitely going to be a good one. Today we've got a very, very special guest here today, and it's drum royalty, LOX.
What's up?
What's up, LOX?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm okay. What have you been up to?
Gearing up for my album, mostly.
So not recording tracks to put on Instagram? No?
Yeah, no, we've been recording some content today. Just some cool little drum stuff.
Yeah, LOX feels a little bit left out on Instagram, so he's trying to gear up against all the others out there on Instagram. So watch it, because you felt that your consistency is a little low. But let's forget about that. Because he's going to kill you all with consistency now, aren't you?
Damn right I am.
And yeah, I mean, you're gearing up for your album.
Yes, sir.
So what album? What's the album called?
The album is called The 8 Gates. It's based off an anime concept. Or concept because I'm a nerd. But it's all about...
Anime?
Yeah.
Japanese anime?
Yep.
Let's go all deep into it. What kind of anime?
It's called Naruto. It's a very famous one.
Are you nervous? You're shaking?
No, I don't know. I do that. It's a habit. I do that all the time. I don't know. It's called Naruto. It's a very famous one. But the 8 Gates is basically a concept about pushing limits in order to exceed yourself and kind of push for greatness.
Well, you always push for limits, don't you?
Exactly.
I mean, every time we hear you, we go, ouch, that hurts.
I'm always searching, man. Trying to look for whatever's in my brain and get it out.
Would you think by going to the limits, you're actually going to a spiritual place?
Definitely. In music, 100%.
Is that when you connect, or is that when you're in euphoria?
Yeah, but I feel like I don't always get there because I think a lot. But when I'm not thinking and I'm just in flow state, then yeah, it's definitely from a spiritual place for me, personally.
And so 8 Gate, or Gate, what is it?
8 Gates.
8 Gates is about pushing your limits. Which anime is that?
Naruto.
And where can we find it?
It's on Netflix now, actually. It wasn't for a very long time, but it's on Netflix, Crunchyroll, which is like the anime streaming service, probably Prime as well. I don't know. It's everywhere. You can literally find it everywhere.
No, I'm going to watch it because we're all into Japanese products here and Japanese items.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to watch that. And when is it coming out?
There's not a date on it yet, but aiming for this year.
Aiming for this year. And how many tracks? 8 tracks, I bet.
8 tracks, yeah.
Or you should do 7 tracks.
Right, I should, right? Or 9.
Or 9,
just to piss everyone off.
Just to be a little bit different. And what are you going to do on it besides playing drums? What's the concept?
Well, I've composed...
Besides pushing limits.
I've composed most of the songs. Some of them by myself, some of them with the help of my band, who are all incredible musicians in their own right as well. And then I'm also co-arranging strings with Femi Tomowo, who's producing the record, who's an absolute monster on the guitar. And
Femi, if you're out there, you are an inspiration.
Big time. Big time. And that's really cool, because I play in Femi's band, so we've already got quite a cool connection. So
yeah, but you play in everyone's band in
No.
You're like, you're the number 1 drummer to get round now.
Really?
Yeah, you are.
Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, you're in all the bands that are worth going to see. LOX and John are in it, and also Harry Ling.
Shout out John and Harry, 2 of my favourites in this country, man, for sure.
But yeah, so he's producing it.
Mm-hmm.
What a producer you got! He's got such a good ear.
100%. I feel very fortunate to have the people that I have on this record, so I'm really excited.
And and now we're in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be, how many months of this year are you going to be touring?
It's weird because on the China Moses gig, which is the main gig that I spend a lot of time touring with, we don't really do big chunks of tours. We won't do a month and then a few months off. We'll do 1 show every 2 weeks. So I'm literally in and out of the country constantly from pretty much March.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
Are you going anywhere that you've never been?
I'm going to the Caribbean for the first time in March, which is really cool. An island called Saint Bartholomew, a super small one.
That was last year though. This year, I'm talking about this year.
Yeah, this year.
Oh, March, but March is in 2 months' time.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going there. in
Yeah.
March. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, is there anywhere else I'm going that I haven't been? I'm not sure, but I'm still waiting to get all the dates set in, so we'll find out. I'm sure I will.
No, that's fantastic. I mean, can you take us with you?
Yeah, I got a really big suitcase, so I'll
Oh.
just put the whole shop in my suitcase.
No.
You know what I mean?
LOX is, we were talking earlier with LOX that there was I've got to get this picture out for him, and he's got, I remember when we got Four Corners over, there's a picture of him looking 16 or 15, looking at J. Rod Sullivan with big eyes with John Onabauer, and John had a bandana at that point. He was into bandanas.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He was into tea
Ronald Bruno.
towels
Yeah,
on his
yeah.
head.
The Ronald Bruno era.
Yeah, the Ronald Bruno era. Yeah, but he didn't have big shoes like Ronald Bruno. I remember Ronald Bruno meeting him at I don't know, several years ago, and it was me, Robert, it was Spud, it was Harvey Mason, it was a couple of other big drummers, I don't know who, and Ronald Bruno was just talking about his whole lineup of clothes that he's going to wear every day
I love that.
at NAMM
That's
and
sick.
nothing else, and then all of us were looking at each other going, how do I relate myself to checkered shirts in red and black and then green and
That's cool though, man.
and then we're like, and shoes
Yeah.
and how to tie our shoelaces so the shoes look better.
Man, I love having human conversations with my heroes that are about things that aren't music. That makes them feel so much more like real, I guess.
No, but that's
love
how
that
I
kind of
first met him, so it was like
I think that's dope. I think that's really cool.
It was quite because I'm definitely not the cool one out of the bunch, so it was a bit I was making notes actually. So I was going. I went out to the next day to wherever down the road to get a checkered shirt.
I love it.
To
Intention.
NAMM to be the
Take
cool.
notes from that.
To take notes of that. I still can't play like him, but you know.
I don't think many people can.
I don't think. Yeah, I mean he's. What would you think? You play like him.
Like Ronald.
Yeah, I mean you're.
I've got a long way to go before I get to Ronald.
Well,
But
you-
he's a huge inspiration to me though. Like I take a lot from his videos and what he's playing, and I love watching him. So I take a lot from him, but I'm not touching him yet.
Well, who's your top favourite
It changes.
at the moment?
At the moment, Mason Guidry. Shout out Mason.
Wasn't he here?
He was here. He was here at the end of start of December. We brought him in and he had a look at the cymbals and he loved all of it, obviously, because it's Zyn. You can't not love it.
Well, thank you. we all love Zyn here, and it's going to stay the home of Zyn, and we're going to grow. We're going to do some good things with Zyn this year. And big shout out to LOX and John and Harry Ling, who's the new spice in the combination,
Yeah, man.
in the super trio.
I like that super trio.
And then we've got to do some. If anyone has a derelict building, I mean derelict like derelict, let us know, because we want it and we need it for film shoots, don't we? We want to.
Yep.
We can do a load of nice videos, and then let us know what kind of videos you want us to do. I would like to see John and LOX play to some John Coltrane, to be honest.
I'd be down for that.
Some old bebop John
Yeah,
Coltrane with
hell
with their own spice to it.
I'm so up for that. That'd
And
be
then
cool.
we'll get Harry Ling to just play 2 and the 4 to John Bon Jovi. You know, get
Sort the
him.
narrative. I hear
Let's
it.
see how long he lasts on that. You know,
That'd be a good time.
that'll be. I think that'll be quite funny actually.
I agree.
But we've got to
That'll be
get that going. So, your favourite, other than Marcin, what else?
So it would be, in no particular order, Mason Guidry, Mike Mitchell, Black Dynamite, Ronald Bruner. Those are the top 3 at the moment, and have been for like the last 4 years for me. They've been rotating in terms of 1, 2, and 3, because just depending on who I watch and the kind of mood I'm in.
And no old school drummers that are dead. I want to hear some dead people.
Obviously, like, I went through the phase of watching a load of Tony Williams, Elvin Jones. I love Elvin Jones. Of course, Art Blakey.
Yeah, Art Blakey's one of my favourites.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time studying him and Elvin. When Mike Mitchell was mentoring me during lockdown, and he was sending me albums to listen to and to learn when I wanted to learn how to get into swing properly. So I spent a lot of time listening to Art and Elvin. Elvin, for me, did it. There's just something about his like approach that I really liked. Just like he doesn't really care. He just plays whatever.
He wears nice necklaces though in all the videos. Nice big gold chains.
He's that guy, man.
He's that.
Shout out Elvin.
He is. Elvin is. He's a force. I still regret not going to see Elvin. I just got my driving license, and then I literally 2 days after Elvin was playing at Ronnie's, and I didn't go, and then he died the week later.
Damn, that's crazy.
So I missed out on Elvin.
Yeah.
And he's and I deliberately bought a Maple Custom Yamaha downstairs in his finish.
Sick.
Downstairs because he's a force, isn't he?
He is 100%. 100%.
Any song, Femi's a great drummer, by the way.
Femi Tamoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can play.
He can play.
He
It's really funny. Being in his band is always so much fun, but also very challenging because he writes all of his drum parts and he writes them all very specifically. So it's never like I can just listen to a song and be like, oh, that's the kind of vibe, and then come in and play it. Like Femi's super specific, and because he can play it, there's like no flagging learning apart. So it's been a really cool like learning curve getting into like playing that kind of West African music in terms of grooves, and it's been really cool.
I mean, Femi, if you don't know who he is, we'll put a link down below. He also had a great drummer before you as well, Marius. Marius is. Where are you, Marius?
Yeah, right.
You've gone back to the homeland, we know.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it. Your piece, get your piece, but
we miss you.
We want you back.
We miss you. I mean, you're letting LOX nick all the gigs.
No, not from Marius. He's that guy, man.
No, Marius, I think, is he still with Bill Lawrence? Is he still doing that? Oh, I don't know.
I think Oscar's doing Bill Lawrence now. Oscar Ogden.
Is he?
Yeah. Last I heard anyway, which is killing, which is really, really cool.
He's a great player, Oscar, isn't he? He's there's so many great players at the moment, but let's talk about clothes then, because you want to talk about clothes instead of drumming.
I don't want to talk about
Every time I see LOX and John, they've got the best outfits, and I always take note of what goes on because
Hey, all I do is match my top to my shoes. That's my formula. That's it. And then from there.
But you got Jazz Refreshed on. Jazz Refreshed, they're actually
shout out Jazz Refreshed, man.
They're a huge inspiration to you guys coming up, aren't they?
I'm releasing my album under them.
Are you? Brilliant. Give a shout out to Jazz. I think Jazz Refreshed has done a real. I remember when they were in not in Camden, in Portobello Road. What was it called? Mama. What happened to that? That became a cafe or
I don't know.
Or a vegan restaurant or something like that down there.
I literally just as I turned old, when I turned 18, when I turned old enough. No, I was gonna say old enough. When I turned old enough to start going to Mama Bar, they moved. So I never really got to experience it properly.
Well, yeah, they're just doing events now at different places, aren't they?
It's at 91 Living Room now, their weekly thing. But they've got events all over the place, yeah.
I'm give a big shout out. They're doing, if anyone's getting into London jazz, I mean, if you want to get into it, then Jazz Refreshed is where are the places to go nowadays to hang out? Where do we get to, if you want to be an up and coming drummer, sorry to kick the mic, where do we stalk you guys to have a good night out?
I end up at Ronnie's often just because of the late shows. So often it's like I'll play a show somewhere, and then if I'm chilling, I'll be like, let's go to Ronnie's. But Ronnie's for sure. 91 Living Room in Brick Lane for sure. Soul Mama in Stratford. That's a new venue, very cool new spot.
And jam sessions.
There's a lot of jam sessions at 91 Living Room.
Okay.
On most.
Are there hot players there?
Yeah. Some dope people come through. Shout out In Time.
Mm-hmm.
They're a jam session put together by two of my friends.
Who's that?
Marchi.
Mm-hmm.
Marchi Granata from he's moved back to Switzerland now, but he was here for a while he started it. And Joe Marlowe, guitarist.
And when is that every week?
It's every 2 weeks at 91 Living Room. It was weekly at the Ritzy in Brixton.
Okay.
And now they've moved it to every 2 weeks at 91 Living Room.
So that is the new Troy bar then?
That's a very cool jam spot to go to. I highly recommend. I think it's every second Sunday, or every 2 Sundays rather, that they run that. So
because I remember Troy bar being the place to go, and then you
Troy
go
Bar's
there and then you see LOX and everyone play, and then you like go, oh my god, I'm not getting up. And then you walk out,
not too long ago.
and then walk out, and then all of a sudden Erykah Badu gets on stage and plays.
Facts. Yeah, Troy's crazy for that kind of stuff. Troy's still a spot though. I haven't been in a while, but it's still a good spot to go to. The open mic on Tuesday nights, and the fusion late night, I think, is on Saturday night.
Is it Saturday nights now?
I think
Not
so.
Friday night. It used to be Thursdays,
Is it
wasn't
Friday?
it?
I think it's either Friday or Saturday. I think it's Friday actually. Now that you mention it, but Troy Bar's still a cool spot to go to.
I haven't been that way for years.
Really?
Because there used to be that Charlie Wright, wasn't it? Or Charlie Jazz Club, you don't know. That used to be a spot as well. Everyone used to go down there. Like Victor Bailey used to play there all the time. And what's his Zhenya was organising. Do you know Zhenya, the sax player who looks up at the sky all the time?
He did a few shows with Femi, with us when
he's
when I was
he's a
Femi's.
Force of nature.
He's amazing.
He's from
amazing.
the other side of the planet.
Yep.
Or a different planet. You know.
Or that. That also checks out.
Every time I see him, he's looking at the clouds for inspiration.
He gets it though.
He gets it. He's a force of nature. I haven't seen him play in Yonks.
He's still killing.
Where are you, Zhenya? Where are you? I want to know where you are.
We've done 2 gigs that he's jumped on at what's the name of the spot? It's in West London.
What, in Central?
Ladbroke Hall. Ladbroke Hall in West London. He's jumped on a few hits there with Femi and killed it.
I mean he takes everyone to a different dimension, doesn't he?
Yeah, elevates it.
And so in the UK, who would you recommend, if you had a couple of people to recommend the new kids on the block to watch out for? I'm not talking drumming per se, but musicality wise, and music, who do you think's doing some nice things that you?
So many people. If we're talking not drums, first and foremost, I got to shout out my boy Insight, keys player, composer, producer, super dope, singer as well, but he doesn't like to admit it, so I'm outing you. Last year he released a live album called A Night with Insight. I'm playing drums on it. We've been playing together for a very long time. He plays in my band as well. Big ups to Insight. Manny Similano, one of my favorite, if not my favorite bass player in this country. Super killing. No one sounds like him. So many people. Amal Shaham, great guitarist, singer. Kian Cardenas, another great guitarist. Ben Glasser, another great guitarist who plays in my band. Marlon Hibbert, wonderful steel pan player who brought me up in music. Yeah, he brought me up in music.
He's something else.
Yep. Laurie Milton, dope keys player. I'm shouting out my whole band at this point. Nate Ricketts, drummer, percussionist, also a great singer who's starting to sing and play now, which is really cool.
Is that your phone?
I hope not.
That's someone phoning LOX for a gig.
Maybe, hope so. Grifton Forbes Amos, trumpet player. He's recently released 2 singles. He's working on his EP at the moment, sounding really cool. Man, there are so many people.
Are these all the people that you play with?
They're all friends that I play with, not necessarily in all of their bands, but we all play together. There's so many people. My brain's gone blank. This is really bad. I'm sorry. Rashawn Brown, great multi-instrumentalist. Does big pop tours on different instruments, and then he sits on a jazz gig, and it's like, why can you do both on 3 instruments?
I think UK's have got at the moment with the new era, there's some real talent here,
Definitely.
and it's a little bit. It can run actually. I think New York a little bit for its money.
I've never been to New York, but I'd like to think so.
Well, John's just come back from New York, isn't he?
Yeah. He was soaking it up. He was soaking it up. I don't blame him.
I bet he's still grinning to this day.
More than likely.
And you should go. Why don't you go?
I plan to. I definitely plan to soon.
It's a pilgrimage.
Mm-hmm. It's a must, right? It's a right.
I've got to go there. I've got a scary thought about New York because if I go there, I don't think I'll come back.
Really, I heard that.
You would do amazing in New York.
I'd love to spend some time in New York. I'd really love to spend some time in New York.
So New York, invite him.
Let me know.
He's here.
I want to play.
He's ready for the taking.
With my band.
With him as well.
You got to pay for all of us to get there, though.
and the visa.
And the visa.
And the tariffs.
Yep. And the gig fee.
And the gig fee.
Mm-hmm.
And all the rest of the tariffs that will be incurred as of now, isn't it?
And the accommodation.
Accommodation as well. Mm-hmm. And the food.
And the food. I'm a big food person.
Well, what's your favourite food?
Can't tell you. There's too many. I like too many things. I'm a man of many flavours.
Well, what's your favourite? What if you had to go out this door right now, which you will do in about 10 minutes? Mm-hmm. What flavour are you looking to indulge your appetite on?
Genuinely, I could tell you something now, and in 3 minutes it could change. Like
Okay, what is it now?
Right now, what would I like to eat? Some like Chinese, maybe like a chicken fried rice, and like crispy
beef. Crispy chili beef.
I was gonna say crispy chili chicken.
Crispy chili chicken. I'm a crispy chili beef kind of guy.
Again, I would eat that too.
But how hot?
As in like how spicy?
Yeah, from a scale of 0 to 10.
Oh, I don't want it to interfere with the flavour though. Like maybe like a 5.
5?
6, yeah.
I'm a 9 or really? 10. I want it to interfere with my.
No,
I want to have an outer body experience.
No, man. Like when it gets to a point where you can't enjoy the food because you're just like the whole time.
I'm addicted to chili.
Really?
Yeah, it's a high. I get high from it.
That's so funny.
I get. Try it one day. Go for the
super.
I mean, you got Indian blood in you.
That's what I was gonna say. But my mum's like that. But I'm just like, I can't do it. I'm just like, it's interfering with I can't enjoy the food as much because I'm just drinking water every 10 seconds.
Yeah, but you could get a Vindaloo on extra steroids and then it'll give you an outer body experience. Do you know what?
I like my body.
If you take a Scotch bonnet chili, I bet it's the same experience as when LOX is pushing his boundaries to 11. I bet that's as close as I get to that experience. So if you want to experience LOX's outer body experience in drumming, get a Scotch bonnet and bite on it, and
that's so jokes.
And look outside to the skies.
I'm gonna start selling Scotch bonnets at my shows.
Yeah, I mean
that'd be fire if you want to relive the gig experience.
Maybe that's what you should do. You know, Scotch bonnet, and then you gotta push the button where they're light, and then everyone has to bite a little bit on Scotch bonnet at the peak at the same time as you. That's when you go. Then you gotta bite on it when you're there, and it's like
great business idea. And this is why Rubix is thriving.
Yes, because of Scotch bonnets.
Because of vents.
No, but I couldn't do it without. We couldn't do this without the community, and LOX is very much part of the furniture. And seriously, guys, LOX is one of the most beautiful individuals in the scene today, and there's not many out there like him. There's John and there's Harry, and seriously, these are so amenable characters and down to earth with the right. They've been built from the best ingredients and the best building blocks. So if any of you are working your way up to be whoever you want to be in the music career, you guys should interact with these boys, because they are they give you such inspiration that will help you get to the next level as well. And then
thanks, Pez. I appreciate that, man. I'm also really down to talk as well. Like,
Yeah, I can tell.
Just you asked me to come here.
Yeah.
No, just like message me, man. Like I don't bite.
No, was it not like a Scotch bonnet?
No, I can give you the Scotch bonnet after.
Yeah, we'll put in the link below the all the other bits of the what do you call it, the links. But I think we've rambled on too much. So I think that's thank you so much, Logs.
Thank you for having me.
And
man.
then we might have a part 2 with John. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you there.
No, that's cool. I was just saying thank you for like allowing me to be here. It's always a pleasure coming through and checking out all the gear and just working alongside you. Like it's really cool.
No, it's the same. It's we couldn't do it without the team, which you're part of. So we've got lots of great things. And you know what? Check out Lox's new cymbals he's taking with him, because he's going to kill it with it.
It sounds so good.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, they sound good in your
so
hands.
good.
And check out the LOX hats. And then there's a new
Hell yeah.
LOX products coming out soon.
Hell yeah.
So keep in touch.
Yeah, man.
So anyway, that's enough of us rambling on. See you guys another time.
Take care. Yeah, man.